A man and his wife were driving down the road and talking. I asked my wife what she would do if I died. Said, "Wow, I'm not sure. I guess I'd probably try to move in with my sister." She asked, "What will you do if I die first?" I said, "Probably try to move in with your sister." A man and his wife were driving down the road. After a while, the cat is pulled over by a policeman. He says to the husband, "A woman who I believe is your wife fell out of the car about a half-mile back." The man says, "Thank God. I thought I was going deaf." Till there are both left-handed and right-handed golf clubs. Good old 3106. Jimmy Stewart told this joke beautifully. Till in the 19th century, doctors warned women of bicycle face as a side effect of excessive cycling. It was described as a face usually flushed with dark shadows under the eyes and always an expression of weariness. This whole high-speed lifestyle simply can't be good for you. Trains, cars, cycling women. What's next? It was a mode of transportation that increased a woman's level of agency. So it's no wonder its use was discouraged by Victorian men. Fuck, till I've always suffered from bicycle face. They simply did not want women to travel or to experience things outside of their insulated bubble. So you're telling me that cardio-heavy forms of recreation can lead to common symptoms of fatigue? Gosh, I wonder what could possibly be the cause. T.A.L. Spock was originally supposed to be a Martian, but Gene Roddenberry changed his home to the fictional Vulcan because he feared humans will already land on Mars during the show as runtime and make it look outdated. About 100 years ago, Vulcan was the name of an imagined planet that was supposed to explain Mercury's strange wobbling orbit. Its existence was disproven by Einstein. I just started watching the center seat 55 years of Star Trek and thought that was rather interesting. Well, at least Elon Musk is going to get us to Mars 2 years ago. Good call, Gene. In Spain, we have a politician called Juan José Ibarretz that is identical to Spock. Till ant corpses release a chemical when they die. A scientist once recreated this chemical and put it on a live ant. Its ant friends kept bringing it to the graveyard no matter how much it struggled to return. Our fuck you in particular. Oh my god, Josh, how could you leave us so early? You were in your weightlifting prime. I bulked up like you taught me. Haha guys, I'm alive. Don't cry. He was too young. That's the ant life. One day you're picking up a dozen dead cockroaches, and the next, you're. It's just this new cologne. I'm still here. We won't let your sacrifice go to waste, brother. Other brothers, take care of your scaring Joshua. T.A.L. that when Hideki Tojo was given new dentures, the message "Remember Pearl Harbor" had been secretly drilled into them. Holly agrees. The real puppet master of the empire was Shumekawa C5 Ebme C5 Kawa. Yeah, that really showed him. Did you know Steve Buscemi returned to being a firefighter on 9/11? Who is Hideki Tojo? By using Morse code to write the message, he carefully drilled the dots and dashes into the so like no one would ever know or care. Cool story. Remember Pearl Harbor. Pointless, but neat I guess. Pretty dubious sounding story. I wonder if Hitler is buried with Hebrew curse words carved all over his coffin. Today, I learned that President Glover Cleveland had a secret surgery removing a tumor in his mouth on a yacht because he worried that news of him having cancer would affect the stock market. Till Grover Cleveland had a presidential doppelganger called Glover Cleveland. I wonder how the stock market would have fared if he died because he had surgery on a boat and there was a slip because of water motion. Politicians today would be like, if I announce this on a Wednesday, I can short some index funds. Thursday and Friday, cash out, have surgery, and buy the upswing on Monday. Port a little, watch that wave. Got a really sharp scalpel here in his mouth. Watch that wave. Whoops. What do you mean whoops? Well, I did tell you to watch that wave. My English teacher's head just exploded. Thanks. You're stranded on a desert island. How do you avoid getting fat? The amount of people not really reading the title is hilarious. Well done up. Why bother? Everyone on desert island is fat. I bake my own gingerbread house and eat it. That way, I am simultaneously the hut and the hermit. Find some Twizzlers and hang myself. Can't get fat if you're dead. Hope the fish around the island aren't Swedish fish. Eat all the dairy. Thanks to being lactose intolerant, my body will expel it pretty quickly. I just hope that there is a lot of TP too. I mean, why avoid it if I'm stranded? What is the likelihood of someone finding me? If it's low, I just eat myself to death and die very, very comfortably. I'm too high for that title. You've lived to 100 years old. Everyone is asking how. What fake reason do you tell the world? My body learned how to do photosynthesis. 100 push-up, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and 10 kilometers run every single day. Grandpa made 96 telling everyone he ate a Snickers bar every day. I would say after I turned 30, I ate a pine cone every day. Only pooping once a week to be sure to squeeze out every ounce of nutrition from food. I've been putting my hands on the fridge 2 minutes every morning for 73 years to reactivate circulation of the blood system lol. What do you call about carrying penis-shaped potatoes? You can't vote for this joke. You know what? When I was a kid, I distinctly remember being in a McDonald's with my dad. There was a family with several young kids sitting next to us. Now I was just a kid, like maybe 8 or 9 anyways. I asked my dad, what's a dictator? And my dad stops and says, it's a man who ties a potato around his penis. I was very, very confused by this. Good one.